Howdy, my name's Callum Fergal and I'm a conflict management specialist. Today I'm going to be talking about this conflict between La Liga and FC Barcelona and discussing potential solutions for each party that will be mutually beneficial. To begin, we need to talk about Catalonia and its history. The Spanish Civil War of 1939 brought the first issues with Catalonia and their people. When the military dictatorship came to power, the people of Catalonia were oppressed, and Catalonians are particularly prideful in their culture. It's an area that is well off. It's very prosperous and wealthy from an economic standpoint, and has always been different from the rest of Spain. When this military power took control of the government, Catalonians weren't allowed to speak their native tongue. They were oppressed and their culture was essentially beaten by the government. This is when FC Barcelona became such a beacon of hope and independence for the people of Catalonia and their culture. During this time, Catalonians would go to FC Barcelona games and be able to indulge in their culture, speaking their own language and rooting for their own team. It was at this point that Catalonians drew such a close tie to their political movement with FC Barcelona. So today, Barcelona has autonomy, but they still want full independence from Spain. The issue is that if they were to get this full independence and secede from the country of Spain on a government level, they would no longer be able to play in La Liga, one of the most elite soccer leagues in the entire world. The best case for Barcelona in this scenario is that the law that does not allow them to compete in La Liga is amended and they are allowed to secede and still compete. I don't think this is likely considering the size and power of the Spanish government and their previous viewpoint on this. Their viewpoint that is vastly different on a political scale, on a left to right political scale from the people of Catalonia. And I don't think that this is likely to happen. On the other hand, you have La Liga, who has stronger ties to the Spanish government and is often more represented by Real Madrid. When Real Madrid and FC Barcelona play once a year, it's called El Clasico and draws massive viewership from around the globe. La Liga needs Barca because of Barca's massive popularity. They are one of the most popular teams in the world, despite their conflict with La Liga. And if La Liga was to lose Barcelona, it would really hurt them as a league as a whole, with Barca being one of their elite teams. So when you break it down, both sides would tremendously suffer from a break in the partnership between La Liga and FC Barcelona, especially on an economic and financial scale, where they have so much money on the line. And in addition to this, for Barcelona, losing La Liga would bring them down such a notch with soccer. And at this point for Catalonia, the line between culture and soccer is often blurred because of what it's meant to them in the past. And taking a step down on a soccer basis could be as hurtful as anything else. Because of where they are today and their strong political differences with ideology, I suggest integrative bargaining. I think that if the two parties were able to sit down and talk this out and understand each other more on the scale of economics rather than politics, they know that they aren't the same in political thinking, and that's why they haven't reached an agreement so far. If they were able to put that aside and put soccer as a sport first, along with the well-being of Spain as a whole, I think that they would be able to make progress that they haven't so far. A solution that I personally see as with some potential is Barca lessening its ties to the Catalonian resistance to Spain and not severing them, because that's not really acceptable and they would lose too many fans, but maybe disassociating from them on a political standpoint while still representing them culturally. And in return, La Liga, with their ties to the Spanish government, giving some kind of reward, whether it's financial or in some way giving Catalonia a platform to still hold its cultural value that it has to the people of Catalonia. When I think of this scenario, it reminds me of Montreal in Canada. When you think of Montreal, there's a very strong French influence there. And I think that you could see the same kind of thing in Catalonia with, if it was a peaceful resolution, to have a part of Spain that has its own culture with its own language, similar to Montreal, with its own French influence. And thank you for listening.